Hello, everyone! We are back again for our third podcast. We are back. It is myself being Tom.
I'm Masa. Hello.
I'm Jane. I'm back.
Jane is back! She is no longer a guest. She is promoted to fellow podcaster.
Yes.
So, we decided that we'd like to have Jane on the show permanently. She had a fun time. We had a fun time interacting with her on the show.
Definitely.
So, we figured, why not? Bring her back. If it's something that she likes doing, it's something we like having her there for. May as well have three people. So, definitely, it's great to have her back. We have all sorts of fun topics for you guys tonight. Our schedule changed a little bit from what it was going to be because of a post that Jane made on Tumblr a little while ago. We'll get to that soon, but first of all, our normal anime. What have you seen in the past week? What do you like? What don't you like? All that fun stuff.
Alright, if you don't mind, I'll start.
Go for it.
I just recently stumbled upon an anime called Mondai Tachi ga Isekai kara kuru sou desu yo. Or, translated to, problem children are coming from another world. Aren't they? Aren't they? Alright, so what it is
Japanese
basically,
titles.
yes it is. It's the most badass title you can ever get. But, there is bunnies.
Not just bunnies, bunny girls.
Bunny girls.
Gotta clarify that.
Who has a blue hair, but she turns into pink. There's a super strength person.
Godly guy
thing.
who can throw superheated rocks into water and beat up
Yes.
gods, and he's interesting.
Yes. There's also the character who can shut people up, like that.
Is that the Lelouch character?
Yes.
Yeah.
The gear.
She it seems like she has Lelouch's Geass from Code Geass, which is interesting.
And then the final character who apparently can talk with animals, like a cat.
And acts like animals.
Yes.
There's one scene where she's chasing the bunny girl around and she's leaping from tree to tree like a cat herself. It's a little odd. So I'm not quite sure what her deal is.
Yes. So yesterday I had a writer's block for a paper, and I happened to come across this, and I started watching the whole episode. It's only 10 episodes long. I'm
It's a
sad.
little odd of a length
It
for
is,
an
yes,
anime.
but it is worth it. You get to learn a lot of mythological characters, a lot of magic, a lot of punching.
Lots of punching.
Lots of punching.
There's a lot of punching in that first episode, so I mean, and it's all about playing games, putting anything and everything you want on the line to get all sorts of what I'm assuming are completely ridiculous rewards. I mean, one reward that the character got is a tree that makes water, apparently. So I mean, it seems kind of mundane, but I'm sure there's all sorts of other crazy things down the line.
Yeah, so you can put your life on the line, you can put other personality types on the line.
You can put other people on the line.
Put slaves on the line, apparently.
They did mention that.
They did, yes.
They can
You
mention
also put your pride on the line.
your pride, your own special powers, which you'd be really screwed without. So, sorry. It seems like it's definitely a very interesting anime. I know Masa had me watch the first episode of it a little while ago. It's really good. Other than that, I haven't seen anything new. Jane, have you seen anything since we last were on?
Last payment that I gave you.
Well, not from Evangelion, but the stuff you gave me, God's Memo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that. That was interesting.
It's
I'm
cute.
gonna continue that, I think. But you also gave me Sword Art Online.
Yes.
I've been having some friends pushing me to watch that, but I haven't seen the whole series yet.
Yeah, don't worry, neither have I. My friends harass me for the fact constantly, so.
So it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
My rating
I like
scale,
it.
what was it? Last time I did say I gave it a rating.
You gave it a rating of 8 out of 10, which
8
I
out
thought
of
was
10.
pretty high, considering the fact that you were like, eh. But I feel like it's a really good show. I really like the concept. The whole, which I'm not actually going to say now that I think about it because it's kind of spoilery, but the second half of the show, if you get what I mean, is kind of threw me for a loop because I was like, wait, this is not what I expected to have happen at all. But
you want to flip a table, so you would I would accept equipped table.
Come prepared with a table.
But going back, my rating scale for this animation, the problem children are coming from another world, aren't they? I give it actually a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
For 10 episodes long, I think it deserves a 9 out of 10 in my Masa scale.
Masa scale.
Yeah, I think we all should actually make
our own scales.
Our own scales. So
I'm fine with that.
In the first episode for you, what would your God's Memo be?
Jane scale.
Jeez.
maybe 6 or a 7.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're strict.
Critical.
You're strict. Okay.
Yeah. As for me with problem children, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to give it like it's good. It's really pretty. It's not my preferred type of anime, so I would probably give it a 7, and then I feel like that score would go up as I watch more of the series, most likely. But for first episode, I mean, it caught my interest and everything. It's just there's a lot of the anime stereotypes that I'm always kind of leery about.
Come on, it's that rabbit.
It's like I don't know. It's just some of those stereotypes I feel like are the ones that make people look at anime and anime fans like, ooh, it's those people.
What was that comment we got a couple days ago?
Oh yeah, that's a Facebook comment that a person that shall go unnamed that I know of from high school was visiting a friend, I'm guessing, here at Westchester, and she saw a few of our club members, and I believe the comment was something along the lines of, "Oh my God, the freaks have escaped from Westchester" or something. Yeah, people are wearing capes and they're playing with bunnies, and I don't know.
I get the notice saying, "Did someone come out with a cape and a bunny in their hand?" I'm like, let me see. Oh, actually, I see one right in front of me, 11 o'clock.
But, so I feel like the types of things that go on in this anime are the really stereotypical things that make people look at anime funny, but, I mean, then again, I'm also a huge mecha nerd, so I can't really talk.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, the kind of stuff like that, with the bunny girls, things like that, and like the huge harems.
It's for the moe.
Yeah, I guess,
No.
but I tend to find anime like that very annoying.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing about that, like, why I don't give this a lower score is the bunny girl in this doesn't actually bother me because she's sexualized in appearance, but she makes it clear from the get-go that that's not the point.
You haven't met one other character yet.
Good.
You will like the other character.
Oh, good.
I'm not saying it.
But, so, I mean, there is that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I definitely agree with what you're saying, Jane. Absolutely.
Getting back on the moe part, as a person from that country who made the animation and made moe as a culture thing, I despise it. I strongly despise it. I think.
Well, there you go.
But here's the thing, though: without moe, Japan would not have money. I think right now,
fair enough.
Japanese economy. This is totally my bias, and my dad also told me I should say this somewhere in here. But what my dad said, and I totally agree with him, is he said what Japan should do is put taxes on animation and sell it to the world as if it's like a monopoly, and that's how Japan will strive the next couple of years. Which I agree. I mean, that's the only thing we got. We don't really. Japan is a small island, size as California. So kind of compare that.
Yeah.
There is at least estimate 5 million, I think. I'm assuming.
I have no clue.
I don't remember.
Let me see.
It was in the millions, but I'll laugh if I'm like wrong.
Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit.
What is that?
127 million?
Okay, never mind.
5 million, 127 million.
You get the point. A lot of people. Minus me, alright? I'm not. But what he said was, Japan, the only thing we can do is Japan can export. There's no, or import.
Yeah.
They're limited on exporting material. The only thing I think that can be exported now is digital content.
Yeah.
Which
games, anime,
animation. I say I'm gonna bleep this part out, but I say fuck copyright rules sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially in the US when the Macross Robotech thing.
Oh God, yeah.
Their licensing. I say
yeah.
whoever did that a long time ago, I said fuck you. I'll bleep that part. I'll definitely bleep that part. But that's what I think. I think animation nowadays should be taxed a little bit higher and sold to the whole entire world, not just people who like saying, "Oh, I want this because this is a little bit cheaper licensing versus this." I say they should have a set price, they should be negotiated, and then that should be basically Japanese economy, like number-wise.
Yeah.
There's something I was just thinking about. Going off of like the anime with the, funny girls.
Oh yeah.
I actually read somewhere, I don't know if it's right at all, but I heard the creator of Evangelion
Yes.
created Evangelion because he was sick of all the mindless anime.
Oh.
An anime that was very,
Deep and
yeah.
psychological and depressing and disturbing, and
Yeah.
which is the type of anime that I prefer.
Mhm.
I mean, without question. Like I prefer stuff that actually makes you think rather than the mindless that a lot of people go for. You know. Because I mean, then if I really wanted that, then I would just watch American cartoons.
Yeah.
Really, like it would have different tropes, but in the end, it would have the same result.
Yeah.
Like I would just go back to watching SpongeBob and stuff if I wanted that.
What's SpongeBob?
Exactly. We're not getting back on that tangent.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, I did
Hold
bring
on.
up.
Jane had a point?
Oh no, that's fine. I was gonna say like the reason I'm into anime is for the stories.
Yeah.
It's basically an animated book.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. I completely agree.
Not just any book, it's just a graphic novel.
A graphic novel. People are so intense about that distinction between books and comics and graphic novels. It's like a graphic novel is just a really long comic. Get over it.
Wait. Let me clarify. It's manga.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you know, you go to an American library, all the manga is going to be with all the graphic
But if I want
novels.
to be technical, if I want to really argue, I'll say no, it's manga. Yeah, shut up.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I agree. But
Yeah.
like
No, I'm
you,
sure.
and then you would have something like Scott Pilgrim is a graphic novel, but it's the exact same format. Just you read one from one direction, one from the other.
Mhm.
Pretty much is the only distinction. And then you get American graphic novels that are now being designed to be read the same way as manga, which is there's a few that I've seen out there that are like that.
That's confusing people.
Yeah, which I mean, I guess it can make sense because I have a feeling that manga is a lot more popular than graphic novels for the most part. So like, I guess it kind of makes sense to kind of just make it universal.
Mhm.
So may as well go with the one rather than having it both. But we'll see if that catches on. And then of course you have Korean manga, which I've got a couple of that then reads the American way. So it's just like, oh my brain.
Not you're right.
Yeah, make it stop.
Well, about those Koreans, I'm actually half Korean, and I make fun of that side a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because, I'll get to that later on. It's just their history with Japan. It's a bumpy road.
Yeah.
Very bumpy, and I just don't get them. But you know, I think the world is the world. I think. But okay, yeah. You know, to be honest though, with mangas, you know, without the characters and story, there wouldn't be like those like special personalities and all that.
Oh yeah. You need the overblown personalities for the most part.
Like
absolutely.
Now here's the thing. I know we got like 2 minutes at least, but like the only moe I will allow is yandere, tsundere, kudere, and there's one more, but it's not hitting my head.
Those fall under moe?
Yes, technically.
Really?
Because that moe is basically a turn on. It's technically.
Wait, really?
Mm-hmm. It's a turn on.
Wait. Moe is a turn on, or moe is literally defined as a turn on?
Moe in that definition wise, is to moeru, or that's a turn on.
Okay.
So it's a turn on.
So something that's moe is literally something that's a turn on.
Right.
I never knew that. I thought it had its own separate definition. I thought it was something to do with glasses or something.
I thought it was just.
But glasses are a turn on. Cute is a turn on. Cold is a turn on.
Okay, so anything that okay, it doesn't have just one specific.
Now people can argue that it's wrong because the kanji for it is I forgot how it went, but it was grass and something. I have a sticker somewhere in my house. Don't ask me about that. But
it's just I'm not going to.
But yeah, I mean, I'll touch back on it because we do have 30 seconds of this part.
That went damn fast.
Yes, it did.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the only traits. The deres.
Yeah.
I think I'll allow because that's part of personality.
Yeah.
And
that's
without
fair
personality,
enough.
you can't really make.
They can be overused though.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh well, yeah.
I agree.
But with that, we will be back momentarily, folks.